The content used in this video is intended for educational and informational purposes only. All rights to the images, music, clips, and other materials used belong to their respective owners. I do not claim ownership over any third-party content used in this video. Let's get to the video, dog.
Together, and that's where life as he knew it came to an end.
All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh, try that one on. Here it is, man.
You a coach or something? I know you ain't from around here.
I'm Roger. How you doing, Tommy? Nah. I just came looking for you, man.
Looking for me for what?
When I heard that police finally had you in custody, I wanted to come down and just meet you in person. Don't get nervous. A lot of agents here. So what I think you should do is just pay attention and listen to me. Listen to what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you a choice, man.
I got a choice?
Yeah, you got a choice. I'm going to offer you some freedom. You know, you're in a lot of trouble. Without us, you go to jail. You go to jail forever. You understand?
So who I gotta blast?
He calls himself the minister. It's your job to get into his organization and learn his ways. On New Year's Eve, he's having the biggest gathering, World's Day of Reckoning, at the Armory in Harlem. On that very night, we will terminate this fucker. We'll do everything in our power to help you. We'll give you all the help that's necessary. But be warned, we've got a lot of operatives in place. And if you show any weakness, or if you betray us, it'll be your resignation. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Don't fuck around, Buns.
I knew you were coming, so I sent everyone away because I believed my final moment was at hand. Before you pull that trigger and take my life, I would like the chance to tell you some things, perhaps to think about after I'm gone. Don't worry about me stalling. My people have orders to lead me to my studies for another 15 minutes. I will only take 5. Can you bear with me? Will you? Then make up your mind. Today marks the change of not only a new year, but a new millennium. Take a look around. The majority of the youth roam the streets, dealing in drugs, sex, and violence, thinking these things have no real effect on life. Crimes without real punishment. An uncaring, unfeeling generation without knowledge of self. This is the future of our nation, the future of our people. Do you think hatred and evil will go unpunished? The world is now feeling the heat from flames it has kept burning since the beginning of civilization. You represent that fire. You and I are just a small part of God's plan. The evil men of this world have applied every method possible to deceive its occupants, and each time with greater success than anticipated. But no more. Tonight, with this new millennium, God will begin to overcome this evil. I represent the truth to the people. Without truth, nothing is sacred. The lie, that's what the devil is all about. And brother, you know that already, because that's why you're here.
What the hell?
The truth is, we all play a grave role in our own destruction. Your money, your lifestyles, the things that people value and covet so dearly are the bait that lures them out of the light.
turnover, Steph. Where the fuck is that vintage guy? Huh?
Through the love of others, I have power. The truth gives me this. Those that fear me send you here to murder all that I say. They use what you fear against you. Your fear of death, your fear of imprisonment. Where in this world is anyone safe from death? You see the lies you've been told? The path you take is not your own.
Now you turn around, bitch! You punk! That's what I'm saying! Look what you did to me! I hate you! I hate you!
Have you ever thought about how precious a life is? How difficult it is to create? How loosely and easily it has been for you to take away. Brother, help me. Help me to do what's right. Help me to stop the slaughter of our children. Help me to put an end to the disrespect and the dishonor of our most valuable resource, the black woman. Help me to put an end to the destruction of the young mind through the use of drugs, alcohol. Help me to build up a population of great thinkers, people who create change through thoughtfulness and spirituality. Will you choose that truth? Will you? Will you choose the light over the darkness?
Once I found out the clock was ticking, skip the clock, I'm sticking. Nah, I'm killing, because revenge is all nigga can think about in the end. But I'm going on the bench. Burn till I singe. Born by myself, die by myself. It's triggers. And if you don't know what it's gonna be in the end, T-minus 3, 2, 1. Amen. Drop the gun!
Hold it, stay where you are. Will you choose life? It's time. It's time, man. It's time.
Hey yo, baby D, get your little ass over here on the mic, man. Show these other little niggas they can't fuck with the dangerous crew, man. Spit that shit.
Gold chain, gold glasses, prime time like Dion.
Hey, can't do the corn, do the Dion. You hear me?
He don't speak on me, I don't compete with a peon. Flying a bundle like my name was Dion.
What's happening, man? What's happening, man? You feel me? Man, boy, I just want to talk to my people for a minute, man. More specifically, my peoples. You feel me? The members of that 12. You feel me? The members of that 12, man. Man, listen here, man. I listened to a Kevin Gates song one time, and a statement that he was trying to make was to some of his old friends that had turned on him behind a issue that he had with one of his closest friends, right? And they chose to take the side of the friend that he had issues with. And they attacked him, right? And the message that he wanted to send to the person that was attacking him on behalf of a former close acquaintance that he had was, if you're not able to be used, you're useless. You feel me? Like, if your enemy can't use you, you're deemed useless at that point. So as long as they can use you for what their overall objective is, then you hold value. That's essentially what he was trying to tell the person that chose the side of his enemy to come against him. They're using you to come against me for whatever reason that they see fit. It could be for beneficial reasons because of malevolent forces, or it could be benevolent. But that's where your discernment comes in as a pawn used in between two people. If you have a person that you're sent out on and you sent to pull a hit on, instead of just being about the money, instead of being about, I'm gonna do this job, do your research and look at what the person that you were sent out on, what their overall objective was. And then you look at the person that sent you at the person with that objective, and you see what their overall objective is. What do they push? What's their overall goal? What fruit and what leaves bear from their stems and branches and roots? Do they breed bull S, or are they putting out some real S? That's where your discernment as a hitman is supposed to come in at. You ain't just supposed to move on everything for a dollar. You feel me? Because you might be hindering something that can help you come out of your situation as well. That's what happened with numerous people that came before us. People were sent out on hit jobs to target a person that was affecting the status quo of what your oppressors wanted to put down. And blindly, these people took out people that had the potential to break all of the people that they were speaking for out of bondage, out of the people's grips that sent them on the hit to the righteous person. With that being said, Sak Pase, I was going through my subscribers the other day, you know, and I don't do it very often, you know what I'm saying? But when I have time, I'm off from work or something like that, I'll stroll through a few things just to check on my analytics, see what my analytics are looking like, where am I reaching out to people that who's taking notice of the type of things that I'm putting down on these matrix streets, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a virtual reality world. You got the real world that we see when we open our eyes, and then you have the matrix that we plug into when we get that phone and we go in there. We see what's really going on all around the world. It's beyond the four corners that we live on a daily basis. We go into that matrix that we call a cell phone, and we flip through it, and oh, that happened in Denver. Oh, that happened in New Zealand. Oh, that happened in Canada. Oh, that happened in Waikiki. Oh man, that's the matrix, my friend. You know how Neo in the Matrix would plug in the back of his neck, and he would go into a different world, and then when he snatch it out, he back in the mothership called the Nebuchadnezzar or whatever it's called. That's how the cell phone and the internet world is. It's the matrix, virtual reality. It's meta world, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So I'm scrolling through my subscribers, and lo and behold, I see that my Zopound brothers are subscribed to me. Zopound. Infamous Zopound. If you don't know about Zopound, research. So, with that being said, me being a mastermind, me being a cautious person, because I know what I'm putting down and everything that I speak on is against the oppression of my people. Things like materialism, things like backbiting, things like the selling of products that can hinder us, bad food, anything that's bad for my people and the people that I see every day when I'm going out on my job and I'm in the grind, I'm on this missionary job, man, to shed a little light on what's going on. Anything that oppresses these people is a thing that I have a problem with because it directly affects me. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be affecting my kids because they kids turn out the wrong way and then they come to school and hinder my kids' development because they're distracted by these kids who have oppressed parents that have drug problems or whatever, and then their lack of empathy in their household makes their kids come to school and affect my kids because my kids have somewhat of a holistic environment that they grow up with. I speak out against all these type of things, man, because I see these things as a direct problem to the overall growth of my people. Now, my people haven't been able to grow ever since the people landed on the banks of Virginia and anything along the 13 colonies down in New Orleans, Mississippi, Vicksburg. It's been a constant oppression of my people. You feel me? So that brings me to my point. My Haitian brothers. 1804, the Haitian Revolution.
Yeah, man.
You had an established plot of land that you guys had taken hold of and it was your own. Then these French colonizers came along onto your shores and they wanted to take over your land, essentially. But you weren't having it because you had an established system going on. Everything was thriving. You people were content. Essentially, you're the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah, man.
Which are direct descendants of the bloodline of Black Jesus. You're actually called the Tribe of Levi, if you want to go deep with it. So, to my next point. After you guys defeated the French colonists that wanted to come over there and take over your land, you became public enemy number one. Whether you know it or not, most of you guys know it, but you no longer got any type of benefits that come with being a yes man to the system that they were going all across the globe and trying to put down on every place that they came across. You were essentially independent people. And with that being said, with you defeating us, you're cut off. Whatever happens to you happens to you. And I've heard that your conquering of your land from these people and your winning of the war was done through your spirituality. They call it Haitian Vodou.
Yeah, man.
but it's just a term deemed to try to horrify people of the spiritual aspect of your life, right? Because you don't see it as bad, do you? You just see it as praying. You see it as rituals. You're giving back to the environment, to the atmosphere. Hey, in order for us to get this, we're willing to give you this and show love to you. I don't see it as bad unless you're using it for malevolent reasons towards people that are righteous. But if you have demons and devils that want to come along and take things from you and mistreat you, and then hey, free game. If you can use the higher powers to help you wage war against the people that want to come and interrupt what you have as a peaceful existence, I don't see nothing wrong with it, right? So, with your lack of funding, with your lack of alliance with the people that came over and conquered everybody else, you were stuck on an island by yourself. We didn't have the best infrastructure. We didn't have the best food. We had to pretty much fend for ourselves and try to cultivate some type of importation that we could sell to the rest of the world, which essentially ended up becoming what, sugar cane or something like that you guys were heavily known for? So essentially, you were your own oiled engine. And that was something that they couldn't tap into because you had conquered them. You said, this shit is not going on over here. We're not going to have it. No, you're not coming over here and taking over our things. So they moved on to something else. United States. The black Americans, I hear that they were Indians. They were already here when these people landed on the shores. They had their own little setups. And quick side note for you. Have you ever known that the reason why Baton Rouge was called Baton Rouge? Because it was a baton placed in the middle of two territories. When these people arrived on the banks of Baton Rouge, they found a red stick. Baton, i.e. stick, rouge, red. When they landed on the banks of Baton Rouge, they found a red stick in the middle of the shoreline, and there was a dividing territory symbol for two tribes that lived along those banks of that river. So there were already people here when the colonists came down to this lower southern part of the United States. I am sure that they were met with pushback, as so you guys did in 1804. And after a bunch of beefing and all this stuff, eventually they ended up coming on in and taking over our land and pillaging it and killing off our people. And, you know, you had this one girl, her name was Pocahontas. Now, whether that's her real name or it's something that was given to us to make it whatever, she was one of the infiltrators, kind of like a backdoor type of situation. You know, she got a taste of this guy, John Adams or whoever, and, oh, I love him so much, Dad. Don't kill him off, Dad. No, 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 no. And that's how we began to get infiltrated, because the king of the land back then, the story that we're told, was a father of this girl, Pocahontas, who had so much compassion. So yeah, like I was saying, with this girl, Pocahontas, having so much compassion and empathy and eventually just overall getting her dad to have so much leniency for these people, we were eventually infiltrated and taken over by the colonizers that tried to do the same thing to you all, right? So with us being taken over, our ethnicity, our people that were already here, we just started a downward spiral. You know, everything started happening for us, man. We just started getting oppressed in all kind of ways, you know, and eventually it went from just coming over and pillaging and cutting down our trees and disrupting our financial growth to overall us being strung up by rope and pulled to pieces by chains and churches of ours being bombed where we would go and practice our spirituality just like you guys had Haitian Vodou, where we had this thing that we would do where we would go and pray to our most high and our power source that we deemed our power source. So it's just been a tumultuous thing for us over time, bro. And while y'all was over there in y'all own independent place, we were conquered because we let our guard down and things just got real bad for us after that, man. So we fast forward to what you guys aspect of life was like when you were over in your own land, right? With y'all being cut off from all the deemed benefits of being an ally to other people in the world. Y'all start going through financial hardships because y'all didn't have any real backing. So they seen y'all as some people that defeated us, so we're not going to help them out in any kind of way, right? So a lot of you guys, like the ones that came over on boats and stuff like that, y'all came over in seek of a better life, right? Because the infrastructure, the standard of living wasn't what you guys thought that it should be over there in your own homeland that you established after you were shipped into different places on boats and stuff like that, right? So you guys decided, hey man, I heard it's popping in the United States. A few of us, we're going to jump on some boats and we're going to come over there and see if we can establish a better life for ourselves over there, man. We heard they got it popping over there. So after these people had come over and raped our land and stole the gold and, you know, made a economic thing out of our trees and our natural resources that God had provided for us, the economy boomed on this end, and you guys came over and y'all wanted a piece of it. But you guys weren't citizens here, so you turned to whatever thing that you can get into to make a bag, to be able to provide for yourself. And I don't think anybody will fault you for that. It's just that the people that you guys came over and started inflicting a lot of your malevolent ways on were your own people, whether you know it or not. You know, other people of the tribes of Judah. You know what I'm saying? When you came over initially to the United States, the story that I'm being told from how the guys Zopound and stuff put it is, when we came over to the lands of Florida and all these southern places down here, we were met with a lot of resentment because people didn't know us. You know what I'm saying? They would talk about us, tell us that we smell bad, didn't like our dialect, didn't like a lot of ways about us, and you guys were essentially picked on, right? They made you feel like outcasts in this new land. So you guys developed a sort of resentment and opposition viewership of our people in the United States, who might have been the Indians that preceded my people. And, you know, our forefathers and stuff, but that was only because they were ignorant. They had never seen people like you guys before, Africans or, foreigners outside of what they knew. So when you guys come into the schools and, into the environment and these neighborhoods and stuff like that, they didn't understand you, so they looked down on you. So that's where the whole development of Haitian cliques and gangs and stuff developed, because you guys wanted to protect yourselves from people that didn't like you. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? We had to deal with the same old thing. People didn't like us, so we had to develop things like Black Panthers, all type of little factions and groups that we wanted to defend ourselves, like the Crips and the Bloods. They were allegedly started because we wanted to protect ourselves from people that wanted to step on our territory and hinder our growth and, do devilish things to us. So I understand where your basis comes from, right? The thing that I had a problem with was you being so desperate to get yourself out of a bad financial spot that you would just become a pawn in anybody's game in hopes of getting the bag and providing for yourself a better lifestyle. See, what you have to understand is there's a certain section of our ethnicity and our group of people, our tribe, like the tribe of Judah, because that's the tribe of the Black Americans, the tribe of Judah, your brothers that descended from your bloodline that you came from, the Black Jesus. Your brothers also had that spirit of not wanting to be a person that lays down and just let a person conquer them and treat them any kind of way, beat them, take things from them, push them into poverty and all that type of stuff. We had people like you guys had in 1804 as well. And the history of people that come along and speak about things like that are those of Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Nipsey Hussle, the Tupacs of the world, these type of people. And the thing that always happens with these type of people in our ethnicity and our tribe is they always are able to use somebody as a pawn to take those people out that want to speak for the freedom of their tribe, right? So the thing that messed me up is you guys leave your land in search of a better lifestyle, but you come over with the ignorance of who our oppressors are, or maybe because they're the same old people that tried to conquer you. So what they did was they came over here and they pushed all type of bad drugs, violence, guns, just a damaged way of living to our people. And now they got it in the music, right? These are all things that are used as tactics to hold down our tribe, the people of this land, just like you had the people in 1804 in Haiti. Well, these are tactics that are used to hold my people down, drugs and stuff like that. So it really messed with me when they say that Haitians came over and pushed all type of drugs into our neighborhoods. They came over here and killed people in the southern part of the United States in Florida. Y'all just came through and was, knocking stuff down. But see, that's kind of like being used as a pawn by your own oppressors to target your own brother, because we both fighting the same battle. Y'all fought the battle in 1804 and won, but it left you in desecration. So you came to a place where these people were already conquered because they lost their battle over time. And then you come over and help the same old people that you fought against, your forefathers fought against. People like the Great Barbecue from Haiti, who's a righteous revolutionary. You know what I'm saying?
Not marché, voyou. 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 J'en passe le passé. J'en passe le passé. J'en passe le passé. J'en passe le passé. C'est Jean qui fait nous là. Si nous battons, nous battons là. Si nous battons, nous battons là. Nous sommes manqués, nous toujours là. Nous sommes manqués, nous toujours là. On nous tous chanter. On nous tous chanter. Vive ensemble, vive ensemble. Tâchez manger. Nous sommes bons petits Dessalines. Je dis à nous pas quitter. Aucune troupe étrangère vient entrer, vient assassiner mon dans le pays. Au péril de notre vie, pieds sans nous couler, nous continuons à gommer jusqu'à dernier bout de sang nous pour nous défendre l'intégrité et la souveraineté du pays. Et pour pas haïtien, pour sous-sol là, nous considérons qu'on envahisseur. Envahisseur, il va jamais bien pied pour nous. Songez à faire nous ça déjà.
And, you know, that's the type of Haitians that I respect. People that know what the overall goal and the mission is. Not ones that come over and can be used to do anything all in search of a bag. You feel me? And like my boy Kevin Gates say, he said, if you're not able to be used, you're useless, right? So let's just say you guys do something that these people, the same old people that you use to, that you assist in helping keep our people down by selling drugs and killing us and stuff like that, the ones that speak out against the oppression of their people, right? When they can't use you anymore, what do they do to you? They throw you in prison or they ship you out of the country. But as long as you're willing to oppress your own tribes and hinder your own bloodline people, then you're good. But look at what they did to Alizo Adams. They threw him in a cage. Look at, I think the brother name is Macazo. Look at what they did to Macazo. They gave him life. You know what I'm saying? This is things that they do to you when you're not able to be used anymore, when you're not able to be a pawn anymore. So a lot of people just stay in that same old pot and just keep on working for the people just to try to stay over here and keep their life going. But that ain't right, man. Because if you're helping to keep another tribe member of your bloodline down, then that keeps you in bondage for even longer, because you're keeping the same old people in power that want to conquer you. So you come over here to this land and you give them more power instead of letting somebody rise up and talk us out of this situation or develop methods that could get us out of this and create some type of unification. You're just helping the people that want to keep all of us down. So I pose this question. With you guys knowing that we're all from the same bloodline, the 12 tribes of Israel, us being the tribe of Judah, you guys being the tribe of Levi. Do you guys stand in solidarity with us? Or are you guys gonna work against us? Because we still fighting for our freedom, bro. And, you know, doing malevolent things toward us in the name of money, in the name of trying to make it. Do you deem that as justifiable actions, even if it's done against your own brother? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just some things that come to mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? The 1804 spirit. And it ain't all of them, you know what I'm saying? There are some righteous people, but just the ones that's in close quarters with us, you know what I'm saying? That can touch some, that can get a hold of some things, you know what I'm saying? Do things and make things happen. Like, this stuff really pop off. Are y'all riding with us? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. Just the type of thoughts that be coming to my mind, man. Stuff I be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's our ally? Who's got our back? Who's down for us? If we start trying to climb up out of the hole that we in as a people over here, who's doing things to hinder our growth? You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of got me on this whole subject. Like, who's down with us? You know, even like the Mexicans and all that. Y'all are part of the tribe of Israel too. And I heard y'all be beefing in the prison with the blacks. Like, we gotta snap out of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know who we are, and that's a lot of the problem. When you learn where your descent came from, who birthed who's a part of what bloodline, who's your real brother. You know what I'm saying? It'll make you step back and say, wait, what we beefing for? Territory? The world big enough for all of us to have a piece of something. Or are we beefing over things that they hand to us and then we fight over that, which is inevitably gonna hinder our growth anyway, the things that we beefing over. Like drugs, gun territory, money, businesses. These are the things that they throw at us to keep us, you know what I'm saying, divided. That's the same thing that was done to Judas. That's what Judas, leveraged as his reason why he fell out with God and gave up God. Money. You know, is that what it's about? Like, is money that powerful, man, for us to keep our own bondage going on over stuff like, I don't know, bro. It's just stuff I be thinking about, bro. But I don't know. This was for my Haitian brothers, man. My Tribe of Levi brothers, man. You know, like, black people gotta straighten up. The tribe of Judah gotta straighten up and stop hurting ourselves. And when we stop hurting ourselves, then other people will respect us enough to not come over and hurt us the same way that we hurting ourselves. If black people selling stuff to us, we doing things and, you know, knocking each other down with these little pum-pums, then other people feel the same way about us because we ain't got no respect for ourselves. So first we got to clean ourselves up, and then we got to figure out who our allies are. And for my brothers, man, in the Tribe of Levi, are y'all our allies, bro? Are we going to get this thing together, bro? We got enough money to start businesses, man. Y'all right down there with the biggest Mercedes-Benz, man. Y'all right down there, start some businesses, man. I don't know. Just stuff I be thinking about, bro. All right, I'm out.